team. Okay, so tonight you're going to read Act 1, Scene 3. I want to remind you that the best strategy is to read the summary and then to read either the graphic novel or one side of the book. And I know we said reading quiz today, but it's actually going to be on Monday because we want to get a little bit further into the play. So here's what we're doing today. We're going to be talking about subtext. You might remember what that is from last year. If not, we're going to review. Then we're going to pause there. You're going to go watch the scene, which is about 14 minutes long. And then you're going to come back and you're going to practice working with the subtext in that scene. So you have to watch the scene before you do the work. Okay? Let's be really, really clear about that. All right, so let's talk about subtext. So subtext is what a character means, not what they say. So it's what they're referring to when they say something. Maybe they have a double meaning. Maybe you can kind of hear their words are saying one thing, but their tone of voice says another, right? So it's kind of like not what you said, but how you said it. So the subtext is the how you said it. So subtext is important because it lets us know how characters are feeling, what they're thinking about, their motivation, their thoughts, right? So it's actually really, really important for us to fully understand. Context helps us fully understand everything that's going on. So let's do a model. Let's say that Miss Townsend and I are having a conversation and she asked me a question and I said, "Oh, it doesn't matter to me," right? My tone of voice would make you think like, "Oh, it doesn't really matter to me," right? It's pretty chill. Doesn't seem like I really care, right? But let's try it a different way. Let's say we're having the same conversation. She asked me the same question, and I say, "You know what? It doesn't matter to me." My tone of voice would make you think that actually it does matter to me, right? So my subtext there is that it does matter. I'm kind of angry about it, whatever's going on, right? And I have very strong feelings and thoughts about it. So when you're looking at subtext, words are important, but so is tone of voice, so is your face, so is where like the actor is looking, right? So all these things can help you figure subtext out. So we're going to watch Act 1, Scene 2, and then we're going to practice the subtext with that scene, all right? So here's what's happening. In this scene, Claudius, remember that's Hamlet's uncle, he explains why he married Gertrude. He says he married her because her husband, Hamlet's dad, Claudius's brother, died, and they were both really sad and they needed something to make them happy. All right, so he makes this whole big speech about this. Then Claudius asks Hamlet why he's still sad, right? I mean, duh, Hamlet's dad just died. Of course he's sad. And when Hamlet is answering, Claudius is like, no, think of me as your dad. I'm your dad now, right? And then when Hamlet says he wants to go back to school, Claudius is like, no, you're going to stay here. And he pretends that he's kind of asking Hamlet to stay, but really he's giving him a command, right? So Hamlet does not understand why his mom married his uncle, and he is super pissed at both of them about it, right? He is really, really angry. When he's by himself, he's talking to himself and he talks about how he wants to die and he wishes that suicide was not a sin because if it wasn't, he would commit suicide, okay? And at the end of his speech, his best friend Horatio, who we met yesterday, comes in and Hamlet is like, "Bro, I saw this ghost. He looks just like your dad. It's bonkers." And Hamlet is like, "Oh, I'm going to go see this because if this is my dad, I want to talk to him," right? Okay, so pause this video here. Then go back to your iLearn. Open up the video, which is going to look different on mine, but open up the video and go ahead and watch the scene. And then you come back to this one and I'll run you through how to do the work. Okay. Okay, so you watch the scene. So now we're going to practice with subtext. All right, first of all, this meme is really great. And second of all, we're going to practice with the subtext in this scene. So I'll walk you through how to do it in a minute, but basically you're going to see a line from the play. And then we want to know, what's the character really saying? So what situation are they really talking about under the surface? What emotions are they really talking about? That kind of thing. So I'll do one as an example for us. And then, excuse me, and then you'll do the rest on your own. Okay, so as you're working, what you want to think about is what you know about the situation or the character's family that might help you figure out what his real meaning is, and what you saw in the video. So, what did you see or hear the actor do that might tell you something about their subtext? Okay, so if I go to my worksheet here, I don't need to worry about these. Okay, these are the lines that I'm working with, these 5 lines. Okay, so Hamlet says, a little more than kin and less than kind. And the translation is, there are too many family ties for me. Okay, so who might he be talking about? Well, let's think about what just happened. So his mom married his uncle. So now his mom is also his aunt, and his uncle is also his stepdad. That's kind of messed up. So I'm going to put that down. His mom married his uncle. Now she is his aunt, and his uncle is his stepdad. Boom. That's basically what he's talking about. Okay. So as you're working with these, I know that's this specific line, but I would really suggest that you read a couple of lines before and a couple of lines after, because that's going to help you get the context of what's happening. Okay. So if you're having trouble with that, let me know, and I can help you out.